it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel for another Starbucks related video. So for those of you guys who are new, I've worked at Starbucks for the past 4 years. I've made a few different videos on the secret menu and different things like that. So if you've not seen those, I'm going to link them below and feel free to check them out. And this is probably going to be one of my last Starbucks videos because I am going to be leaving soon, so that's kind of sad. But of course I'm so excited. So today I decided that I'm going to be explaining the whole Starbucks menu so that you guys know what to order next time you go. So since it is a coffee shop, I'm going to start out with the coffee-based espresso drinks, but contrary to popular belief, we do also have a lot of non-coffee drinks, so you can absolutely go to Starbucks if you don't like coffee, if you don't drink coffee, but I am going to start with the coffee ones. So I won't get too technical on this, but just so you guys know, you can order your coffee with 3 different types of coffee beans. So the classic is the Starbucks espresso roast, then you have the decaf, which is without caffeine, and then you have the blonde roast, which is my personal favourite. So the first drink is just an espresso. So if you order an espresso, you have it single or double shot, and it just comes in a tiny espresso cup, no water, no milk, no trimmings, just a straight espresso if you're feeling brave. Next is the americano, and the americano is kind of the classic coffee. So it's made with hot water and then shots of coffee on top. You can have a little bit of milk in it if you like, or you can just drink it black. But obviously, because it's got less milk and more water, it is a lot stronger than other coffees, for example a latte. And it's also stronger because in the grande and venti sizes there is an extra shot of coffee. So next up is the latte. So many people don't know the difference between a latte and a cappuccino, so I'm about to explain that so you guys can understand. So a latte is just a classic milky coffee. So firstly, it has espresso shots in the bottom. So tall and grande size have 2 shots and venti has 3 shots. So you have your coffee and then the rest of the cup is all milk. And also the milk just has quite a light layer of foam, so it's not too foamy. Now the cappuccino. So at Starbucks, a latte and a cappuccino both contain the same amount of coffee, so they're not really too different. The only difference between them is the way that the milk is steamed. So as I said, a latte has quite a light layer of foam, but a cappuccino is much more foamy than that. It can taste stronger than a latte, even though it's got the same amount of coffee, because it's less milk, it's more foam. So the coffee pouring through the foam kind of gives the illusion of a stronger taste as well. So next up is a flat white. It comes in one size and it's like this big, so it's quite small. The purpose of the flat white being so small is so that it can be a strong coffee. So a flat white has the same amount of coffee that a medium latte would. Obviously a medium latte has like this much milk. It has the same amount of coffee, so it is going to be a lot stronger. As standard, a flat white is made with whole milk, so it's quite creamy, and it's got a very light micro foam, so it shouldn't be very foamy. So next up is the espresso macchiato, which comes in the same espresso size cup. It's just a single or double shot of espresso with a little spoon of foam. So I guess having a little bit of foam on the espresso makes it a bit more drinkable than just having like a straight shot of espresso. Next is the latte macchiato. So a latte macchiato is a latte made upside down, which sounds a bit silly, but in a latte you would have shots of coffee in the bottom and then milk. A latte macchiato is this in reverse. So you have milk and you pour the shots of coffee on the top. It has the same amount of coffee, but the purpose of doing this is so that it has a slightly different taste. So because the coffee is poured from the top and it's running right through the milk, that gives it a different taste to a regular latte, which just has the coffee in the bottom. As you're drinking it, you kind of get the taste of coffee more immediately in your mouth, if that makes sense, because it's running like right through the milk as opposed to just being at the bottom. So next up is the caramel macchiato. This is one of Starbucks' signature drinks. It's a drink you can only get at Starbucks, and it's also one of the most popular drinks to order. It is one of my personal favourites as well. So a caramel macchiato is a latte macchiato, but in the bottom it has vanilla syrup and on top it has caramel drizzle. So as you're drinking it, you get the taste of like a vanilla latte macchiato, but then you get the caramel sauce like immediately on your lips because it's drizzled on the top. So it is quite a sweet one, but I think it's really delicious. So next up is the mocha. So a mocha is a mixture of chocolate and coffee together. So in the Starbucks mocha you have pumps of the chocolate sauce, then you have coffee, steamed milk, and it comes with cream on top if you want it. This is also like the universal symbol for whipped cream. If you know, you know. And then we have the white chocolate mocha, which is exactly the same as a mocha, except it's made with white chocolate instead of regular. Personally, I prefer it with the white chocolate. It is quite a bit sweeter because I think the normal chocolate is a little bit bitter because it's a dark chocolate. And next up is a cortado. So a cortado is very similar to a flat white. It's made in a similar size cup. So first of all, in a cortado you have 2 ristretto shots, then you have steamed whole milk, which again has a light layer of microfoam similar to a flat white. And you guys don't really need to know this unless you're working there, but I'll tell you anyway. So a ristretto shot, which comes in a cortado, the ristretto means it comes out of the machine a bit differently. So the shot pours out with less water, which means that the coffee is more concentrated and it's a bit stronger. So if you order a cortado, it is going to have a stronger coffee taste. Next up is the espresso con panna, which nobody really orders, at least in my store anyway, but I thought I'd mention it anyway because it is on the menu. So it's just a shot of espresso with some whipped cream on top. So now that we've done all of the espresso coffee drinks, let's go ahead and go into all the other drinks that Starbucks has to offer. So first of all is the chai tea latte. So many people hear the word latte and think that this drink has coffee in, but the word latte actually refers to the milk. So a chai tea latte does contain caffeine because the chai syrup has caffeine in it, but it does not have actual shots of coffee unless you ask for them, of course. So you have pumps of chai syrup, a little bit of water, and then steamed milk. And I have explained this in a video before, but chai is kind of like a spicy cinnamon flavour. It's really nice. I'd really recommend it. And then we have the classic hot chocolate, which is made with the same chocolate sauce that the mocha is made with. You can add any syrups to it to make different flavours. It comes with cream as standard. You can also ask for a white hot chocolate if you prefer white chocolate. Then we have the signature hot chocolate, which I really prefer because it is made with Belgian chocolate as opposed to the regular mocha, which is dairy free. It's a bit of a darker chocolate. So the signature one is a lot creamier, and in my opinion it's a lot nicer, a lot more of like a milky chocolate taste. So now going into the hot teas. So if you are a tea drinker, there are many different flavours of tea that you can order at Starbucks. So the classic tea is English breakfast, but then you also have Earl Grey, mint tea, green tea, jasmine pearl green tea, hibiscus tea, youth berry, which is like a pineapple flavour, chai tea. We have so many different flavours of tea bag if tea is your thing. And then going into the iced teas, which I really like, and even if you're someone who doesn't like the taste of tea, like I'm not a massive lover of tea myself, but I do really like the iced teas because I think in the iced tea lemonade you can't really taste the tea that much. Like it's not an overpowering strong tea flavour, if you know what I mean. Like it's still drinkable even if you don't really like tea. So we have 3 types of iced tea. We have black tea, green tea, and hibiscus tea. You can have them either as plain iced tea or you can have them as iced tea lemonade, and of course you can add syrups as well. So we have the peach green tea lemonade, blackberry mojito green tea lemonade. There's also, it's called simple syrup. It's just like a plain sugar flavour if you want to sweeten it up a little bit. And now going into the frappuccino. So the frappuccino is like Starbucks version of a milkshake. It is milk blended together with ice, a little bit of base, which is what makes it all blend together, and then any flavour that you guys would like. So we honestly have so many flavours. Like when people come in and say, what flavour frappuccinos do you have? I'm like, oh my god, hun, we have literally hundreds. Like we have so many combinations. So we have the flavours on the classic menu, and then there are secret menu flavours, which I won't go into now, but you guys can watch my secret menu videos if you would like. So you can order a frappuccino coffee or cream base. If you do order it coffee base, I just wanted to say that it does not contain actual shots of coffee. So we actually have, it's called frappuccino roast, and I would say it's more like an instant coffee. It's pretty soft and it's not too strong. It's nothing compared to like a real shot of coffee from the machine. So say if you have a caramel coffee frappuccino, it's not going to taste like you're drinking a coffee. And I've seen people who don't like coffee who will have the frappuccinos because, as I said, it's not like real coffee, if you know what I mean. Yes, it contains caffeine, and yes, it does have a bit of a coffee taste, but it is not a very strong espresso taste. Or you can of course have it cream based, which will be without any coffee at all. So flavor wise, as I said, we have so many flavors because to the frappuccinos you can add any of our syrups, and we have very many syrups. You can also combine the flavors and mix and match them if you like. So we have caramel, vanilla, strawberries and cream, hazelnut, cinnamon, chocolate, chocolate chip, white chocolate, almond, peppermint. Then we have the seasonal flavors, like we have s'mores, peanut butter cup, pumpkin spice. Honestly, so many options. So that is all for my video explaining the Starbucks menu. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them below and I'd be happy to answer them. I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye!